I know I've been a person of always encouraging guys, start a business, start a side hustle. You need to increase your sources of income. And I'm really, really all about that. And one thing I have learned is, if you take the analogy of the orange tree, before we first go planting other orange trees, how can we maximize the orange tree that we have to make sure that it's giving us many more oranges? Okay, so that's what this video is going to be about. Just seeing with the money we have, how we're going to stretch it. And yeah, I'm so excited you're here. Because if you've been living in these economic times, you might be feeling like, am I the one who is making a mistake? No, it is not you. Let me explain to you why we are struggling and what we are going to do about it. So right now, I'm headed to the market. I need to buy our groceries and fresh produce for this week. And shopping in the market is just one of those things that I have always embraced, but even more so now, because the thing is to just make our money stretch as much as possible. I know some people say some things are cheaper in the supermarket, and that is true, but I have found that overall, it saves me so much more money when I am shopping in the actual market, and I find that the produce is fresher. There's a truck behind me. Oh my goodness. He's acting like he doesn't have brakes. Not today, Satan. I normally just go to the nearest open air market that is closer to me. Sometimes my kitty became a bit too far, so I haven't been there in a while, but I loved it. I know it is not necessarily fashionable to go to the market, but one of the best things we did this year is we actually started following a budget. You know, like we all know we need to live on a budget. Sometimes we even sit and we write down a budget, but actually following up with that budget has eluded us for 13 years plus, okay? But this year we're like, no, we have to stick to the budget. So the thing that has happened is, so you realize now, the only way to make the amount of money that we have budgeted for food last is to actually look for cheaper places to buy your food, hence the market. And then also make your own stuff like we're about to do. And all those other things that you guys have been showing you for years. So it doesn't have to look fashionable. It doesn't have to be whatever. But when you know what you want to accomplish, and when you're thinking long, then it makes so much financial sense. So now I went to the market, and this is what I bought. My main aim was to get fruits for the week, and then also to get a few of these and this, because we're running out of freezer meals. So having a budget is so important, like writing down exactly how much you're spending, tracking your spending. Those things, we cannot afford to not know where our money is going. And also, anyway, so that is my haul of the day. I want to put this away, and then I want to make bread for the week. And then I also want to make yogurt. I think I'm going to start with yogurt because for bread, I need to use the air fryer. We had some chicken for dinner in the air fryer. I think it's done. So I might manage to do those both at the same time. But yeah, that's the plan. So our dinner is ready. Yeah, this looks done. So this is done. This is nicely done. Yeah, our help is helping me with the ugali. So when we're done with this, with the dinner, then I can put my bread in here to proof. Today I want to try proofing the bread for just 10 minutes instead of an hour. We'll see. And one thing that you want to stick for until the end is how, for me, the most interesting thing when I was researching for this video is hearing what the experts are saying, like what do we expect going forward? Because I think information is power, all right? And how delicious does this food look? Okay, on a side note. Anyway, we need to know how long is this season going to last, and also what are we going to do like tangibly. You know, guys, these are the things that, this is my life, this is how I am living. And I was like, I felt this information is so helpful to me, because even as I go ahead to start side hustles and to look for business, to look for extra money, how do I make the money that I have last for longer? Normally, we would buy bread for eating during the week, but of late, I'm finding myself more and more making our bread, because can you imagine, like we buy one loaf of bread at 105, but then you buy a packet of flour at 150, and that one packet of flour is going to make you like 4 loaves. I'm like, how is this even making sense? You see? And then the loaves that I'm making are enriched because they have milk, they have eggs, they have everything. By the way, if you're joining the July Mom Club, all the ladies who are going to buy the meal plan for July, we're going to have a cooking club this month. And I'm so excited because this is one of the recipes that I'm going to be teaching you. Like, we're going to bake bread together, YouTube live, step by step until you get it. Because once you understand this recipe, this particular recipe for making bread, as I shared on a YouTube short here, that you can make anything with this recipe. You can make pizza, you can make pigs in a blanket, you can make the milk bread, you can make so much with just this one recipe. So I'm going to link the meal plan down below so that you can join our mom club. I'm so looking forward to that, because that's one fantastic way that we're going to be saving money, is making stuff at home, not just your own snacks. You can even just make them for selling. I also use the same recipe to make the sweet bread. So one loaf will be just regular bread. The other one will be this amazing sweet bread with raisins. Love it. So why are times so tough? No, this is not just a general feeling by a few people. It's like something that's happening worldwide, all right? So globally, I'll be referring to my notes because I don't want to misquote anything. Inflation is high due to factors such as, number one, of course, the COVID-19 aftermath, because you guys know that thing destabilized the entire universe. Like, supply chain was disrupted and everything. And also there's, of course, the Russia-Ukraine war has affected things such as oil, wheat, you see, fertilizer, and these are things that affect us on a daily basis. And then there's climate change as well. Climate change is real, you guys, and this is affecting the food that we are getting. And then the fourth thing, like, global interest rates have risen. And I think they have risen because of everything that is happening. And this makes borrowing more expensive for everyone, including governments. Things are just tough. That's globally. In Kenya, we have high taxes, okay? And new levies. Like, let me tell you, if you are formally employed and you're looking at your pay slip, you feel like crying, literal tears. Because, like, for me, I look at my gross, okay? And then I look at what I'm taking home. And then I look at the huge difference. And you see, of course, that directly, because it's directly affecting how much I'm taking home. So it's directly affecting my ability to buy anything, all right? That's number one. And then the second thing, of course, our shilling has weakened, all right? And the cost of imports has gone up. And the third thing is, of course, the high cost of living, especially for food and fuel and school fees. As I said, the money that you used to get then, that same amount of money cannot buy you what it used to buy you last year or 3 years ago. And then number four, there are limited formal job opportunities, which means there's more pressure on house, all right? The fifth thing is the high public make debt repayment, leaving little money for social services and subsidies. Of course, we've already said that we are drowning in debt. The other thing is, things that used to be subsidized, like things for babies, like diapers, feminine products, all those things. If you look at those subsidies are being removed. Like now you have to pay full price, and the government used to take a chunk of that on itself because they were paying. Okay, so now what does that mean for families? So what this means for us today, number one, it means salaries have not increased at the same rate as the prices are increasing. If they have even increased, you guys, if they have even increased. Because like, yes, even if your salary has been increased, but I don't know by how much, the government is taking more than maybe your increment, if you're lucky. And even that, of course, now the prices have increased. So it just does not compute, all right? And then people are stretched to the max. There's rent, there's school fees, there's food, there's transport. Everything is just demanding more. And then emotionally, there's constant financial stress. And as moms who are budgeting, who are raising kids, we have to think about their future. We have to think about their today and also their future. We have to think about to save for emergencies because these are things that are going to happen. So stay tuned until the end because I want to share with you the prognosis. Like people are saying, okay, how long is this going to go on? Number one, I want to share with you what people are predicting. And number two, what do we do tangibly? Like I have a list of about 6-7 things that we must do to come out better off than we started, because otherwise it's not going to look pretty, you guys. So stay tuned. One of the things that's giving me so much comfort is not only understanding why this is happening, because as I said initially, I thought it was me. Like, am I? Because you guys, you've seen me, like I do business, I'm going to work, I'm making content, and yet just the math is not mathing. So initially I was like, am I the drama? Like, is it me? But understanding why it's coming, why it's happening has really freed me to help me know, okay, I'm not the drama, number one. And also number two, to know what to do. And also, as I said, to know how long is this going to last. Let me tell you, you cannot afford to sleep on this information. We need to know what to do, guys. Otherwise, it's going to be 5 years from now and we'll just look back, you're like, what just happened? Yeah. So anyway, what I'm doing now is I'm making yogurt. I love to make yogurt at home because, again, I can determine how much sugar is in it, what are the ingredients, make sure it's healthy. Also saves me so much money, you cannot believe. And I use natural yogurt as my culture. I've done several videos on how to make several flavors of yogurt, so check it out. How yummy does this bread look, you guys? The regular one is so good. The sweet one is so good. So I'm making breakfast for the people this morning, and I want us to have scrambled eggs, the regular scrambled eggs, the one with milk and black pepper and everything, and with the sweet bread. I can't wait for you to see just how yummy this sweet bread looks on the inside. We could live on this, you guys. And to think that we just made it here, that simple recipe, and saves so much money in the process. You guys, this money saving life is amazing. Don't let anyone lie to you. once we have figured out how to just make the most of the money that we have, which is what my husband and I have decided to do, let's first maximize what we have. Then we are going to try and make more money by trying several more side hustles, because sometimes we can say, yeah, you need to make more money, extra streams of income, try side hustles and everything. It's easier said than done. So I want to pick a few, and then I want to actually record myself. Okay, this is what I'm starting. This is how I'm going to make money. Actually see if I'm going to make money and put all that here for you guys to see, so that you also see, okay, how much time is it going to take, because we are working mom. We are working moms, most of us, either working outside of the home or in the home. We are raising kids, we're taking care of the homes. Is it possible to try a particular side hustle, and is it worth it? Like, how much money are we going to make? Okay guys, don't laugh at my socks. The winter is winting. What? It is so cold.
Beneath the starlit sky, our love's secret line, like leaves we soar so high. Beneath the moonlight, self-touch.
So I'd be curious to hear from you, like, which side hustles would you like me to try on camera? I'm just going to pick like 4, 5, or 6, depending on how I'm able to do it. And also I'm trying to look for things that are easy for us to do in our busy lifestyle. So I already have a few in mind, but I'd be curious to hear what you guys think.
Our love's electric, right? You make me feel alive. I know July is gone. You make me feel light in the neon glow. As the leaves change color, I dive into you. When summer's fading, there's nothing to do but bask in the glory of the winter sun. Maybe this is the season of love. Beneath an endless night, the world spins around. You're there, ease my mind. Like stars that never die, you and I will shine during the darkest times. As the leaves change color, I dive into you. When summer's fading.
So my yogurt has come out so well. I am so proud of it. Look at how thick it is. Look at how thick it is. And let me just give you guys a comparison. Okay, 1 liter of yogurt in the supermarket will set me back about 250 shillings. 1 liter. And yet, when I buy 1 liter of milk, it sets me back 70 to 75 shillings. Imagine, just compare. Either I spend 70 shillings to buy milk, or I spend 250 shillings to buy yogurt. Does it even make sense, you guys? Does that math even math? So this is just one of the ways in which we can start reducing how much money we are spending, because that way, you guys, we are going to have even money for investing. We're going to have money for saving, for an emergency fund. For me, it's such a wake-up call. Let me know also down below what you yourself are doing in your house to reduce your expenses. one thing I want to make for the kids is, I don't know if you've ever been to these restaurants, especially in Nairobi. Yeah, look at my audience. These restaurants in Nairobi, and then they serve you fruits with yogurt, honey, and nuts on top. I love that. It's one of the things that I used to order the most at Java. But you wouldn't even believe how easy it is to make it at home. Literally just chop up your fruits, pour yogurt on top, put some nuts, drizzle some honey, and boom, bam, boom, you are done. Okay? And I didn't forget how that bowl cost about 400 shillings, you guys. A bowl of fruits with yogurt. And it's so easy and cheap. Like here I'm using like a 10 bob orange, a 50 bob mango, that's what, 60, and then add a 40 bob apple. You know, I mean, the math is not mathing, you see. So I'm making this for my kids. They've already had class now, and I'm making it for their snack bowl at 10 o'clock. It's so easy, it's so healthy, saving you so much money. And if you watched last week's Tuesday's video, I was talking about the purple bananas, and a lot of you guys told me these purple bananas are great for eating ripe, and that's what I have put here, and you guys were right. They are so delicious. So look at my 400 shillings worth bowl of fruits and yogurt, just made at home for my people. Hello.
Reflections of the clouds above, the sound of rain along the pond.
As for me, I am not really a breakfast person, so I normally don't have breakfast that often. What I'm doing now that the kids have had their 11 o'clock snack is I'm having my first cup of very milky coffee. I normally take like 2 of these per day, and this will keep me going till I have my first meal at around 2 p.m. or 3 p.m.
On my knees, all the things I left behind, save this little place in my mind. I don't wanna lose you. It's too soon.
The kids are already done with their schooling. By the way, these kids are finishing. The homeschooling is so weird because, you know, kids work at their own pace. These kids are finishing at 11 a.m. So economists are expecting the inflation rate to start slowing down like end of 2025, beginning of 2026. This is globally, okay? And so having said that, what should ordinary families do like you and I? Because to be honest, we're looking at least 24 months of this season, like 12 to 24, starting now. So we need to cut back on expenses. We need to track every shilling, and we need to make food at home, as you have seen, and reduce wastage. And then we need to avoid unnecessary debt. Live within our means, exactly. Stop trying to compete with people that you're seeing on Instagram and on social media, because to be honest, people might not say it, by the way, but everybody's struggling. And then we must build resilience slowly. Like start a small side hustle to supplement your income. But as I said, this must be after we have figured out what we have, before you start trying to build more. Starting a side hustle is going to help us go through this season, and also saving in smart ways like money market funds, circles, however much you can save. Imagine save. And then if you can grow a small kitchen garden, please do, okay? The last thing we must do is to keep learning. As I said, we are raising children. We have to be wise about these things, okay? Check out this video over here, and I'll see you over there. Bye.